But the most successful people have the most inciting stories to tell. This statement couldn't be more true to one of Silliman's finest alumni, Dr. Nichol Elman. Dr. Elman is currently the Director of Extension and at the same time, Officer in charge of the Public Assistance and Safety Office of Silliman. Before he reached this triumphant goal of his life, he first stumbled on many obstacles along the way.
His journey to success did not come easy like anybody else. A series of challenges was thrown at him even at a very young age.
Alam ako sa Manila thinking andito na ako mo trabaho just like my elder brothers and sisters who were also brought to Manila. Okay? And then they became, some of them were domestic helpers, some of them were just na sa mga restaurants to work. Ni ako nakita sila dito, murag dili ko ganahan. Murag ako nakita nga dili man ko ganahan anang magtrabaho o magpala, mag-imbornal. I thought that, what is my future? I can't go to school. I was not enrolled in high school when I came back from Manila. So, niabot akong papa, nibisita na ako dito sa Dumaguete. So, as a 12-year-old and a half, 12 and a half years old boy, mura o muayaw rin ka. I mean, you really want to go home with your papa. And so I asked my papa that I want to go home until I cried so hard. And so of course my papa was so courteous enough to ask permission from my grand aunt. I mean the aunt of my mother. Tapos ni nanimati ko muunsa siya and then unsay itubag sa akong grand aunt. I'll stay pa, I'll not go home anymore. Wala na ko kahilak. So nakita na ko nga naday gaset sa akong direction sa akong kinabuhi.
That incident made him realize that sometimes life needs a little sacrifice for him to learn.
When I was in my grade 1, ni-appeal lang gali ko og amateur singing contest and it as the first prize winner. And my mom taught me how to sing the song. Some lines of the song would say, "They call me poor boy, poor boy, poor boy, when I am lonesome, when I am blue." Ano ba?
He remained joyful and kept a positive outlook in life despite the hardships he went through.
It's really vivid in my mind that ipatong ko sa mga grade 2, grade 3 ko, ipatong ko sa table sa elementary school, sa Seattle Elementary School to serve as model of among the kids katong na yung mga calisthenics nga 1 to 8 counts and then 8 down to 1 and then di ko ana malimot.
He had to stay with another distant relative and work for them in exchange for funding his studies. No matter what he had to do, he set his attention in pursuing his education.
Now, back to how did I come to Silliman. I brought my grades, my card, and I finished man with honors in the high school.
Half of his dreams were achieved when he graduated in high school, and now he's into fulfilling his dreams, finish college, and get a degree.
I showed my cards to anyone here, faculty members I meet, the deans. Ingon anak man po ko ka-agresibo. Ingon anak po ko ka-ambisyoso.
Little by little, the sacrifices he made was starting to bear fruitful opportunities. His application for scholarship in Silliman was accepted after convincing a number of university deans and administrators. Yet life was still tough for him. Instead of receiving moral support, he gained criticisms from his family for studying at the prestigious university. He went into a battle with nothing but his faith.
Talking about criticisms, naturally people thought that why is Nick very active? Or the criticisms came in when I was very active in student government, running for senator, and I would win. I was involved in ROTC. I was an officer of ROTC unit, and I was an officer in the College of Business Administration because that was my first degree in Silliman. And then I was involved in mga cheering competitions. All these things ako po nang gi-apilan despite the fact nga limited ang akong time. So as early as college, in my college life, even my high school, giprepara na ako siya nga ug unsa dagway ako nang sa pagkakaroon. Although I was so uncertain about my future during that time.
Truly, the amount of difficulties he encountered did not stop him to achieve his dreams and finish with 4 degrees.
So ingon ana lang ba, nobody has also inspired me to do that, but it was more of a self-inspiration, a self-inspiring effort, initiative.
In fact, he was able to have a degree on agribusiness, a bachelor in business administration, and bachelor in economics. Got his master's degree at University of the Philippines Los Baños through scholarship, and afterwards earned his doctorate degree on philosophy in extension administration.
In my master's degree, after in UP, I was also very much involved in student politics too. My experience in Silliman helped me a lot. And I realized that when I went to UP and I made it to the chairmanship of this university student council there, when I was introduced to the whole freshman assembly, and then
his success was starting to spring. He was offered with different jobs by powerful people, but still chose to stay in Silliman as his way of giving back to the university.
She said, by the way, our speaker this morning, our chairman of the student council here, comes from Silliman University. And everybody said, wow! And they clapped their hands. So, ang akong level of confidence boosted because of that.
Who was once a poor boy is now rich. Rich with knowledge, experience, and plenty of friends.
Dr. Elman as a person is strict but very approachable. Dili mo angay mahadlok ana niya. Sa first impression lang na, but he's so helpful in a way nga if kaya niya, tabangan ka niya. Then as a co-worker, muna siya strict gid siya nga if na siya work ipabuhat nimo, kinahanglan diligent ka sa work or kanang on time mahumani mo na. And there are times nga mangisog siya pero dali ra pud siya maulian dayon.
Dr. Elman as a workmate, he is kind, he is caring food, and then in terms of personal relation kanang pagdala bitaw manage siya yang mga staff. Okay ra siya, mayuhon siya, anya jolly pud na siya.
My first impression of meeting Dr. Elman is that he's very energetic and he really encourages me to speak Visaya because I don't know how to speak Visaya. And whenever I would see him in the cafeteria, he's very happy to see me, and so it makes me feel very welcome here at the university.
And aside from that, Dr. Elman is now one of the most respected people in Silliman University.
Daghan pugog nakatunan kabahin pod sa parte sa security or sa leadership. Iyaming gipa appeal sa kining sa psychology, nga kuan kining training sa psychology, at least naami nakatunan naapod mi kanang training pod sa ni connect pod siya sa kining sa computer kanang center sa ni Dr. Dave Marshall kanang sa ICT learning service mo nang dako kayo puko og kanang pasalamat kay kabahin sa computer naagyo ko'y knowledge na about sa internet, about sa kining kabahin sa kining unsay naa sa computer. So naa ko'y knowledge na pinaagi ni Dr. Elman.
Regardless to where he is now, Dr. Elman did not stop serving other people. His job enables him to do what he loves most, helping those who have nothing.
Great teacher, great supervisor, and he teaches us a lot of things in CWTS.
I was helped, so many benefactors. I was blessed by so many people around me, and there were so many relatives very nice to me, people very nice to me.
He dedicates his life to his job and to the people who benefits from it.
Well, continue the dictates of your conscience. Be self-driven. Don't be pushed by anyone. And you prepare yourselves to be, when you are pushed against the wall, you are prepared socially and technically. If there are criticisms, take it as a grain of salt. So, continue with your journey in life. Young ones, yeah, I have done my part, you have to do your part. Life is how you make it.
Dr. Nichol Elman's hard work finally paid off. What was once his dream is now a reality. His accomplishments became the reason behind other people's triumphs. Indeed, his journey is a perfect example of a person who've been through all odds until he arrived to his success. I am Claire Tubil, and this is Silliman Documentaries.